Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a new series talking about how to do crafting. Now, crafting is a common staple in many types of games, so I thought it'd be quite a good one to go through and showcase how you do a crafting system. So the idea of this is you're grabbing ingredients and putting them together to create another outcome. So we're going to skip over a few parts, like because we've done before, like inventory and things like that. We're going to focus heavily on just the crafting element of this. So we're going to do a very simple inventory system to manage this, but by all means, this should still work with other inventory systems that you may have too. So let's jump in and start taking a look at how this works and doing the setup that's required for our inventory to store all of our ingredients. So let's jump in. So as I said, we don't want to worry our time building a whole inventory system. You can use the existing one from my tutorial series, or it should work with other inventory systems that you may have made or followed some other tutorials on. The principle is the same, okay? So wherever you're storing information, such as inventory, that would be where your ingredients are going to go. Now, for the purpose of this, I don't have one. It's a blank project. So I'm going to make a very quick demo one, but by no means, it should still work for your one, okay? So for an inventory system for our character here, I'm just going to put it straight onto our character, and I'll make an inventory component because that's usually what I do. And we'll add that to the character here. Add inventory component. Okay, because all inventory components or all inventories functionally are the same. So you need a list of items that you have. Okay, so your content, and that'd be an array, in this case, of data assets. Now I don't have the data asset yet, so let's just put that in there. And I'll tell you what, I'll put that in a different folder here. Crafting. And make a new blueprint class. I'm going to search for a primary data asset. DA item. And you'd have your basic information such as the name, picture, description, all that good stuff. So I'm just going to put a name in and an icon. Texture 2D, like that. Okay. So my inventory component, this content would be an array of those data assets. So DA item, object class, array. And we're going to make a couple of functions that manage this. So we're going to do add to inventory, remove from inventory, and finally query inventory. And let's say very basic, get, add one of those to it. And I'll tell you what I'll actually do is, could we do, no, we'll do this as a map, I think. Let's change that to a map, just so I've got quantity as part of it as well. There you go. So content, find that one, and then content add. And we're going to add to it the quantity as well. We'll just shortcut that, put that in there. Quantity. And we're going to add these two together. Event dispatcher on inventory updated. Cool. Okay, so very basic. If I go to remove from inventory, we once again know what item, DA item, and the quantity we want to remove. But before I do that, I'm going to do query. And I'm going to query for the DA item. quantity. I guess actually I'll take out the quantity part. I'll just leave that there and just do find item there and return. And we'll make it a pure function. So back on my remove, I could do query inventory, drag in the item, and now I can search the quantity and see if I have enough quantity to remove it. So basically, is this greater than or equal to this amount? Okay. So actually, what might be a better way of doing this is saying when I do remove from inventory, is take the query, the amount we got, we're going to subtract. What would be a better way of doing this? Oh no, I'll just again, I'll keep it simple. I'm getting too distracted. So it's greater than or equal to the one we want. Content here, we're going to add the item and the quantity we want to remove, it'd be this quantity here, subtract this quantity. Yeah. And we'll return a Boolean. So, okay, very basic setup. That's not important for this. You just use whatever inventory system that you may have. So in terms of setting up our items, let's go ahead and create a couple that we can use. So I put in some icons I can use for this. So I'm just going to go to miscellaneous data asset and choose data item. If you're doing it with a data table, it's just another row on your data table. So it still works for that too. And we'll say here will be berry. Okay. And on the berry, we'll name it berry. And for the icon, I put a load of icons in. And down here, we should find some fruit things. There we go. Yeah, I'll take that one. Actually, I quite like this. Which one? Go for that one. Looks more fruity. Okay. And whilst we're here, we'll look for something else we'll add to it. And we'll add some flour to it as well. Okay. We'll do like a berry pie or something. So I'm going to go back to crafting. I'm going to duplicate that. Flour. And we'll name that one flour. And we're going to put that into there. Okay, so we've got two items. Obviously, you have as many ingredients as you want. So alongside that, you'll also want an item for the end result. So what is the thing you're going to be making at the end of it? I said I'm going to make a pie, but I don't think there's a pie thing in here. But that's fine. We'll just leave it blank if we need to. It's not a big deal. So we'll just go back to content, crafting, and I'll just duplicate that. Berry pie. Okay. And we'll just name it berry pie. And I'll just clear its thing. So don't get confused. Like that. Okay. So that is essentially how all the items should be set up. You should have one for each ingredient and obviously one for the final result. Now, as for the recipe, the recipes need to be stored somewhere centrally. You could store it on the individual items if you so wish. It depends on how you want to set it up. There's no real wrong or right way about it. In this case, I think what we'll do is we'll put it on the actual item, I think. So on DA item, we're going to go to the variables and add in here recipe. And in there, we're going to put in DA item. and it's going to be mapped with an integer. So an item, and how many of that item do you need? Okay. Now for all your ingredients, that can be blank. But for our berry pie, we'd go in here and we'll add in there 1 berry and a flour. We'll say we need 3 berries, 1 flour. Okay. So that is our recipe for creating this asset. Okay. So now we've created our items for our recipes, and we've made our recipe as well. What's next is to create the actual crafting system. So I'm going to go ahead and do that in the next episode, which you can find right now on patreon.com/Ryan Laley. You find all our videos early from just $1 a month. If you want to support us over there, that'd be great, because you get access to all our content, bonus content as well as access to your Discord channels that you may not previously have, and many other benefits too. A massive thank you to all our patrons and YouTube members for their continued support in the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.